Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, from Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977, it's time for Lima Don't Play That, where our host talks about everything he does not like in pop culture, from food to movies and everything in between. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the pop culture critic himself, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode number 2164 of the show. And this is the fifth edition of Lima Don't Play That. Now, before I get to the subject of Lima Don't Play That for today, I want to tell you something right now. At the top of the episode, I'm going to be introducing a new segment, and as you guys know, I've always been a nostalgic person, and I thought to myself, why not do a segment where you talk about nostalgic stuff of the 80s and 90s, the decade you grew up on? So I decided to do that, and I decided to call it Nostalgic Shenanigans. That means I'll talk about anything from pop culture or retail stores that I missed, or music, or music, or movies, even video games. Even though I incorporate all those things into different segments, but it's not too bad to talk about nostalgic stuff and celebrities that I liked and everything else in between, TV shows that I liked when I was a kid growing up and all that good stuff, and which is really, really cool. So. In my intro, if you notice my intro, all right, there's a young kid in the intro. That kid was me back in the first grade in the early 80s. All right, that's because that's part of my theme. And I do have a picture of me to prove it. I mean, listen, I know most of y'all, but because just in case some of y'all, there's some people out there that are thinking crazy as usual. So why do you have a picture of a kid on there? Oh, no, wait, hold up just a second, So it will be a picture of me from the first grade. I'm taking that picture and decided, and I figured I had the idea of putting that picture of me in my, in my intro. That way, to let you know, now, like I said, nostalgic things of the early 80s, and that's how I was. So be on the lookout for those episodes of Nostalgic Shenanigans. That will be coming soon to this channel, channel of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. So I know for the first, I went into the live chat for Dan's House of Rebellion's Dorks podcast. They were talking about pricey consoles because of Nintendo Switch 2 and all that. I said hi, and I believe the Faithful Duo greeted me with a hello. So Faithful Duo, hello, and was pleased to meet you in the live chat. And I hope you guys check out my channel. Appreciate it. Check it out here. So give them a shout out. So remember, Nostalgic Shenanigans coming soon. Be on the lookout for the first episode, and when I do that first episode, I will let you know. But we gotta talk about what we need to talk about today. And as Lima Don't Play That. As you know, I talk about things of pop culture that either I can't stand or drives me crazy. I talk about a lot of things, and that drives me crazy. I talk about the young bucks that drive me crazy because they act like douchebag jerks. I talk about lima beans on the last episode. That to the point where people want me to eat them, and which I used to eat them when I was a kid, and I never liked them, so I can't stand them. So I said no. Then I talked about John Cena. I talked about The Rock. I talked about Charlotte Flair. So yeah, I roasted Charlotte Flair, but now I got to roast a commercial character, in the commercial. Now, as you know, there was an insurance company known as Progressive, and as you know, they've been doing a lot of commercials. You had the Flo character and her gang, and you got that creepy girl. Hello, how you doing? Sounds like a depressed version of Velma Dinkley. But there was this one character on that commercial, on the Progressive commercial, I can't stand. And for the life of me, why they even put him in this commercial, I don't know. And Progressive, I don't know what the heck you're thinking half the time, but that's okay. the guy that I can't stand is Dr. Rick. He's played by actor Bill Glass, and I'm sure Bill Glass plays these kinds of cynical characters and also, but poor Bill Glass, I feel bad for him because he's going to be known as Dr. Rick for the rest of his life unless he decides to do something and break out. You know what I mean? You had, you had before Jack Black became popular, he advertised a video game when he was a kid, Pitfall. You had a lot of celebrities who started off as commercials, and then, some of them would remain like, oh, you're that person, you're that something person, or that something guy, or that something girl. Like Allie Landry, she's known as the Doritos girl. She's a woman's a former Miss USA back in the day, But, it's like, come on. But this, and poor Bill Glass, my heart goes out to him. He's probably a good actor, a great actor. But this Dr. Rick guy, he does a great job of convincing us that this Dr. Rick, Bill Glass has done a great job to convince us that this Dr. Rick guy is the biggest douchebag on the face of the planet. Let me tell you something about this. He's always, he's trying to be this self-help life coach, this so-called parental expert to turn young homeowners into unbecoming their parents. Good Lord, what is going on? I mean, are you freaking kidding me with this guy? I mean, he just every time, listen, parents have been in the biggest played the most important roles in our lives, okay? They teach us things, they help us, they discipline us, they bring us they bring us up, they try to bring us up in the way they know how. The way, my parents, I'm very, very grateful for them. And my biological mother, God rest her soul. But when my dad remarried in 88, okay, my parent, him and my mother, my stepmother, I call her mom now, taught me a lot of things that helped me on the right path. If it had not been for them, I would not be sitting here today talking to all of you wonderful people. I have said this time and time again, and I've been thankful to them, and I stuck by them in the highs and in the lows. They helped me, they stuck by me, and I stick by them. That is how, and I'm sure they probably taught me a lot of things, Also, they gave me advice on a lot of things in life, okay? And they want to help me out, and which is great. And I try to help them out. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very thankful for what they have, what they have taught. They have taught me, and I'm sure, and the advice they give me. And if it had not been for them, I would not be here today. I said that time and time again. Well, going back to this Dr. Rick guy, he's trying. I'm like. He's trying to get people to shun everything that their parents have taught them when they were kids growing up, that teenagers and young adults growing up. I'm like, are you kidding me with this? Are you freaking kidding me with this? I mean, Dr. Rick, what in the world is wrong with you? And look at we see the picture of this guy? Hold up. This Dr. Rick. Nope, that's not what I want. That's not, back up. What am I doing? This Dr. Rick guy, okay? Let's Dr. Rick, okay? Progressive, okay? Look at this guy. He freaking looks like Clayton Endicott from freaking Benson. Is this, he thinks he's like the coolest guy. He's like, it's like, I mean, parental life coach. Are you kidding me? I'm sure this Bill Glass guy is really nice and all, and I would love, he'd be a great character on, let's say, MTV's remote control. They ever brought it back, Like, this is Dr. Rick. He'll tell you about something. You have to answer what he's talking about. You have to find out what he's talking about. I mean, the Dr. Rick is, look what the cat dragged. No, that's not what we say. Go back in there and try to. It's a party, dude. I mean, seriously. Some of these commercials with him in it, it's unbelievable. Look at the cat dragged in. No, go out back out there. No, stop talking about the weather. Don't do this. Hey, when the door closes, the conversation closes. What if it's something important that you can't wait to talk about? You know, I'd be like, it's okay, I can hear you. I've done that with my parents before, and they want to tell me something. I'm trying to rush and go in the bathroom. It's okay, I can hear you. You can talk to me through the door. I don't mind. I've done that. You know, talk through the door. I mean, are you kidding me with this Dr. Rick guy? He's like, oh, nope, we got to try it again. Nope, we don't talk about the weather. Nope, that's not what we're saying. Nope. I'm like, nope. That's not what we're saying. It's like, can I, let me tell you something. All right, this Dr. Rick comes down. I was like, next time you tell me no, it's going towards your mustache, pal. I mean, seriously. I mean, can't stand. The guy looks like even more of a douchebag with his mustache. Unbelievable, this guy. Man, I was like, can we get him in a wrestling ring or something? This Dr. Rick guy, man. It's like I would knock Dr. Rick out, put chloroform on him, and then bust out the razor and bust out the electric razor and go and shave his mustache. I say, hey, you got another one of those to cut his hair with? Oh man, but no, the actor who portrays him does a great job of the character. And it's like, this Dr. Rick from Progressive. He's a nut. He drives me crazy, this Dr. Rick. This Dr. Rick. He's a nut. I mean, are you kidding me? Dr. Rick from Progressive. The Dr. Rick Progressive guy. And he goes to his life coach. He wants us to shun everything that our parents taught us because, you're homeowners now. Good Lord. Good Lord. If I ever become a homeowner, one of these days, I'm going to say, you keep that Dr. Rick guy away from me. That's what I would say. Good Lord, I can't stand the Dr. Rick guy. I mean, you just want to grab him, but you just want to, like, bash his skull in or something, I can't stand him. He never smiles. The guy never smiles. He's like, he makes Lance Storm and Steve Backlund look like they have a freaking personality. I mean, are you kidding me with this guy? Dr. Rick. I can't stand Dr. Rick from Progressive. Can't stand him. If you want me to be a fan of Dr. Rick, I don't think so. Lima don't play that. Man. Dr. Rick. Dr. Rick guy. I'm like, does he ever have a good time? I'm like, he must be fun at parties, It's like, he tried to ruin the party. Oh, look at the cat dragon. Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, we don't say what's up. Like, I'll say what I want to say. Shut up! Get him out of here! But to the actor Bill Glasto, excellent job of portraying the character. I think you're doing a wonderful job. Keep it up, sir. Appreciate it. Hopefully this will give you more opportunities in film and TV. It'll be really cool, for you to play someone else besides this Dr. Rick guy. But my heart goes out to you, Bill Glasto, for playing this character. But this Dr. Rick from Progressive, I want you to not be like your parents. Hey, listen, we don't have to necessarily be like our parents or be our parents. We just get their advice and use it and apply it to our lives. That's all we need to do. That's all we have to do. The advice our parents give us, the teachings our parents give us, we try to apply it to our lives. We're not going to become a parent. Don't worry about it, Dr. Rick. All right? There's just some stuff that, is ingrained into us, and it's a force of habit. All right, Dr. Rick from Progressive? Can't stand him. I can't stand Dr. Rick. He's an idiot. Once again, if you want me to be a fan of Dr. Rick from Progressive, I don't think so. Lima don't play that. All right? So that's it. That's all the time we have on this show. Thank you very much for tuning in to episode 2164 of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, the fifth installment of Lima Don't Play That. And that's right, I'm roasted Dr. Rick from a Progressive. What am I going to talk about in the next episode? I think a certain Australian guy in the WWE needs a little bit of focus, and I'm talking about Grayson Waller. So, I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Remember, tonight, we got Rant and Rave, 8 o'clock on the Brandon Martin channel here on YouTube. Check us out. Check myself, Brandon, Jordan, William, and Michael out if you can. Also, we have TNA Event Center tonight. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and Do It for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.